There used to be a time when I'd be a little excited for a PlayStation remake or remaster for some of their games that I did like. I remember when they did the remaster for Marvel Spider-Man 2018. I have both games. I have the PS4 version and then I have the remaster. It's actually pretty cool. And I remember one of the big things that remaster kind of, in a sense, had me maybe a little taken back with was they changed the entire actor, which at the end of the day, if you have two of the, games, then you can be like, oh, well, I got two of them. It's interesting, right? Nothing wrong with that. However, apparently it seems like this is starting to wane off with a lot of fans. Now, I can speak for myself that it's no longer exciting. If they're going to make games, I think they should make new games. So what we're going to do is we're going to juxtapose this and we're going to look at what is coming down the pipeline from PlayStation in terms of these remasters. And we're going to look at their competitor, Xbox, and see if this strategy is healthy for them or if this strategy is, in a sense, necessary for them or if this strategy is going to bury them. According to PlayStationLifestyle.net, they write, and this is an article written by, I think it's, who wrote this article here? Sorry, let me see. It's Zarmina Khan. She writes and says, Sony has big PS5 and certainly PS6 remasters planned. If a statement by a Nixxes software employee is anything to go by, following the announcement of Horizon Zero Dawn remastered for PS5 and PC, which is in development at Nixxes, a dev suggested that the studio will work on more of such projects. So they said this. Screenshot of a week-old LinkedIn post by aforementioned Nixxes dev was published on Reset Era, with the poster understandably redacting their name and positioned to avoid them in the spotlight. And this says, after 5 PlayStation PC ports, the first big PlayStation content project from Nixxes Software is coming up. The post reads, the project being referred to here is the HZD remaster, Horizon Zero Dawn remaster. The dev mentioning that it's the first big PlayStation content project for Nixxes has fans convinced that there are more of these in the works. This shouldn't come as a surprise because in June 2023, Nixxes Software's Cohen Fronfelder, I don't know how you say that name, confirmed in an official video that the studio was working more and more on creating remasters. This was reported by Hazardor Gaming Dragon of Dojima here, and this account just basically throws it out here and says that in the Insomniac leaks, this was already known. So apparently, more of these remasters are coming down the pipeline. Now, what is this going to do to PlayStation's business? Well, number one, I can understand, even though I will tell you that I'm no longer, in a sense, I don't care anymore for remasters. Once I've played the game, I've already played the game. A remake or a remaster really isn't going to do much for me. It's not like the graphics are going to really push themselves past anything that, we've already seen. And any game that came out around 2015, 2016, even 2014, once you play the PC version for the most part, you've gotten almost the best version of that game. There really isn't much that can be done in terms of, updating the game to make you enjoy it more. I mean, sure, the game will look maybe in some cases better, but it really can't go past like, okay, the game looks better, but what is the experience that's different from the first time we actually, encountered the game? So that's one side. The second side is PlayStation needs these remasters to be able to make money very fast. Because if you think about it, a remaster is almost like a port for the most part. Yes, there's improvement of shaders and all of this stuff and textures and, asset quality and all of the above, but it is not as intensive as actually developing a video game from scratch. In a port like this, in a remaster remake, a lot of the work is already done. It's literally you've been carried. It's like getting a whole framework. Your code and everything is already done. All you got to do is you got to come in and now bring it to upgradable standards, maybe to be able to meet newer hardware, meet newer specifications, and leverage new technology. So it is actually cheaper compared to building the game or building whatever it is you're trying to do from scratch. Even with mocap sessions like the way they did in Marvel Spider-Man Remastered and stuff, still less expensive at the end of the day. And you get to if you make a profit, the profit is going to be delicious and beautiful because now you have multiple copies of the game for the most part to go ahead and sell. So this is what I think is the attraction for PlayStation themselves. But on the other hand, Xbox is coming with games. They're bringing brand new experiences all over the place. And even the hardcore of hardcore PlayStation fans are getting tired of these remakes and remasters. So what's going to happen? What are they going to do? Are they going to sit there and say, well, we're going to sit here on these remasters until we get something, or are they going to say, man, while you guys are remastering for people who may be amazed by that, we probably would be better off going out there to try new experiences that are coming from the other side of the aisle. And they don't have to do much to go and try these new experiences. Some of these new experiences are going to come to them. They've made it sound like it's a funny thing, like it's a bad thing all this while, and said, ha ha ha, Xbox, you're bringing your games to us. But now it's like, Xbox, thank you for bringing your games to us, because PlayStation is about to suffocate us with remaster after remaster and remake after remake and all of this stuff. And so it would be nice for us to probably get a different pacing with a game that's actually fresh and new and one that we can get our hands on. So I think this may not bode well for PlayStation. I don't think it does. Like, in my opinion, if, say, you and I were sitting here, right? Here's a sound. Listen to this sound. That's my PlayStation 5. Hear this sound. That's my Xbox Series X. Come November, come December, I'm looking at both platforms and I'm saying, what is the Xbox Series X offering versus the PlayStation 5? PlayStation 5 is offering me Until Dawn Remake. There's a PS4 version of that game that was offered to me on PlayStation Plus. I never played it. So what's going to make me go play the remake at this point in time? If I played the PS4 version, other than nostalgia, why would I want to play the remake? Right? Or other than it's a game that I really did love, of which I love the Spider-Man 2018 game, and I bought the remaster and I beat that one, I think. Did I beat it? Or I played it again. I don't remember. One of the above. I bought it anyways, right? Because it was a game that I really did like. And then if I look at Xbox and say, well, I mean, if I'm not going to play these remakes or whatever it is, then I might as well chill and see what Xbox is doing. And to me, there are one or two games here that I'm going to want to play. I want to play the Indiana Jones games. It's an FPS, yes. Never played an Indiana Jones game in my life. Never been a fan, but I want to play it. Avowed FPS, I'll play. Right? And this article is talking about even potentially games coming in 2026 that are remasters. If at that point we're doing that, then might as well just wait for other games like Perfect Dark, Gears of War E-Day, third person. I'll play a third-person shooter, no problem. And so even though these Xbox games may not be, in a sense, as appealing to some PlayStation players, just the fact that they're no longer the experiences that are being remastered for them might give Xbox the advantage. So this is very important for PlayStation to recognize. And I think PlayStation has put itself in a really weird and interesting place. Because another reason these remasters are coming is because the full $300 million productions, not many of them can come as fast as possible. And so PlayStation is in a position where it has to actually fill in the gap. And then they're going to money hat some more games as well to make it seem like, you know, they got something for you. But again, this is what I've been warning you all about, this money hatting thing. If the games were not being money hatted, they would have basically put money into their studios to be able to give you these experiences. If they were not busy spending money for other games, for other studios, this is where you lose. Because something's got to give. And if you enjoyed that Stellar Blade, which only 1 million of it sold, let's just say 2 million from a 60 million player base, interesting. But y'all would have loved something within the more, you know, known franchises like Uncharted, wouldn't you have? But, you know, nobody could make it fast enough. And I wish they could have taken a small story in a Nathan Drake whatever and continued just the way they did with the legacy, the two ladies, Chloe and Nadine. They made a game for those two. They could have made a game for Nathan Drake and what's her name's? I think I can't remember his girlfriend or wife's name. They wanted to they brought a daughter into the scene, right? They wanted to make a game with her. They could have made a game with her as a small, you know, expansion in a game. And that would have sold. Oh, where's Sucker Punch? Like I always ask, where the heck is Sucker Punch with all the infamous games that they have? They could have made a small offshoot to continue. That would have sold. But they were busy money hatting games. Now they got to remaster everything. And Xbox is on their heels with new games like Santa Claus. Okay, we'll see how it plays out. Thanks for watching the video. Appreciate you guys so much. Peace out.